Hey folks, so today, Epic Worlds PCG has asked me to collab on a paper computer game. He made the first two screens of that paper computer game in his video. So now I am here, Zach, that's me. I am making the next two screens of that paper computer game. So as you will recall, in Epic World PCG's video, the last thing we saw was that Colette, when she was a kid, went inside a house trick-or-treating, thinking she was going to get candy, but instead what she got was death. So that's bad. So that leaves us here, where Colette is confronted by death. If you'll recall, the last thing that Death said when we saw him in Epic's PCG was, "I don't have candy, I am death." And that is maybe going to give Colette an idea. Because Colette has to get past this somehow, right? So Death is kind of like coming at her with his like sickle thing. What is she going to do? What do you do? So this is like the first playable like screen, because I think like the last screen that Epic made was sort of more of like a cutscene. So this one is where the first like playable scene where you're Colette. So Colette has to get past this guy. He is coming at her fast. So Colette has to think, what does she have in her inventory? Well, here is Colette's inventory screen. And as you may notice, Colette has been trick-or-treating. So therefore, in her inventory, she's got 10 Milky Way bars, 15 Kit Kats, and 20 M&Ms. So she can use this candy in, whatever way you want. But basically, if you experiment with this, it turns out that Death really likes Kit Kats. Kit Kats are just really tasty to Death. So if she like throws Kit Kats at him, he'll be like, "Roar! Oh, those are delicious." So, he will be satiated by that. If you give him the Kit Kats, he will be satisfied, and he will offer to hire Colette to be his assistant. He'll be like, "You have interesting ideas. This candy that you, the living, have come up with is an intriguing invention. It might be just what I need." And so he takes Colette down into his secret underground laboratory. So here is Death, and that is Colette right next to him. And this is the secret underground lab. So this is sort of like an overview. So over here we've got some like control panels, and like this area over here, I should probably this area over here is like, this is a gap. If you fall in here, you die, because it's like super far down. But there are all these catwalks all around it, so you can like walk around this area, and you can walk here. And here at the center is like this massive energy vortex. It's like, and Death will explain that this is like the vortex of death. You see, when people or animals or whatever die anywhere in the world, that gets like converted into energy, and it goes here to this vortex, and this vortex sort of like absorbs that, and the energy kind of drains into Death himself. And so the problem is, though, this vortex is kind of like getting weaker. Something's going on. And over here there is like a screen which reveals like, this is a chart of how many deaths worldwide, and you can see like it's like live updating, and you can see that it's like kind of trending downward. So what is going on? Over here, these are like Death's various, scythes of like different shapes and forms. He needs different scythes for different occasions. Over here, we've got, a few bottles. These bottles, are usually shipped into, like, these are the bottles containing, like, energy from the dead, and these are usually shipped into the energy vortex. But, something is going wrong, so Colette has to figure out how to fix the energy vortex. But, it's sort of a moral quandary, because, like, fixing it would like cause, you know, millions of people to die. So, you know, I don't know, maybe she doesn't want to do that. I don't know. I mean, you know, I guess it's kind of debatable, you know, whether you do want millions of people to die or not. I don't know, you know, I don't know, whatever. So you got to find the way to fix that. But maybe there's a way to fix it without, you know, mass murdering. So you go back to your inventory, and it turns out there is, you know, also M&Ms and Milky Ways. So any of these candy you can use in different combinations. And maybe if you mix it into one of these bottles and put it into the energy vortex at the center here, that might actually be that might fix or at least temporarily fix the mixture. Even though people are dying, it might help the mixture so that it is able to be stable for you know, like a longer time. And that, once you do that, that transitions you into the ending screen, which will be made by Epic Worlds PCG. So yeah, that does bring me to the end of my 2 screens, which I have made for this collab PCG between myself and Epic Worlds PCG. Epic has said that if, you know, once this is done, he will cap it off, and he will wiki it and put it on the PCG shop, so you can look for it on the PCG shop in the near future. But yeah, let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinions. Yeah. This is like the first time like Colette has actually been in a paper computer game since like legit we were kids. Like this is like quite a throwback for me, but it's cool. I like it. I have had an idea for a major Colette PCG I've been wanting to make for a really long time, and so this is kind of like inspiring me to like actually do that. But yeah, so that is all I've got to show you for today. But thank you folks so much for watching. You folks are the best as always, and PCG you later.